Welcome to the Woodland Reboot. Today I have an excavator on site to help clear some more land. But before I tell you about the details, I wanted to take you to one of the rivers in the area and show you a little bit more about the high waters as a result of all the snow melt and the rain that we've had during the last month and a half. Hey everyone, I'm out here at the Andrewsville Bridge. This is about, I'm going to say about 10 kilometers from my property. And it is to give you an idea of the water levels out here in rural Eastern Ontario, or this part of rural Eastern Ontario. The water is high. Here, no flooding. Just to give you an idea. It's a nice old truss bridge. And the water is still within its banks. It's getting up there, but as you can see, if you can see in the trees there, there's probably another 6 to 8 feet worth of bank that water would have to get up to. Anyways, this is the beauty of a local region out here. These old bridges, the old infrastructure, and obviously a different pace of life. I'm going to come back in a month or so to show you the water when it's at its regular level. Time to head back to the property and see how the excavation is coming along. It is a busy day at the property today. I've got Adam Craig here with his equipment, clearing out what's going to be the future pad for the building. He's got himself there a medium-sized excavator as part of his work. Adam is a local farmer businessman. He's got a farm about 3 or 4 kilometers west of where my property is located, and he's got, I think he told me, he said he's got 600 acres, 150 of his own acres, and 350 acres or 450 acres that he leases out and farms as well. The first stage of the excavation process, as Adam explained to me, is to literally go around and pull out all of these thorny bushes and trash trees. Now, what's important to note, this tree right back here is one of the maples that I tapped this spring for making maple syrup. That tree is staying right where it is. It will go nowhere. It's a beautiful tree, and the building doesn't go back that far. And Adam said he can work around it no problem. So that's stage one underway, clearing the topsoil of all the trees and brush on top. You can really see that Adam is making really good progress, very fast, very efficient work. He takes out the brush and he's creating quite a big pile over there. Adam's now removing the topsoil from the bedrock. And given that my property sits, especially these front few acres, sits right on top, if not very close to the bedrock, what you do in this instance is you actually scrape off the topsoil, like Adam is doing right now, and then you put your piers for your posts, your main structural members for your future building, right onto the bedrock. You secure them with some pins, you pour the cement around those pins, creating a pier for your post, and you're off to the races for your construction, bringing it up out of the ground. And so what Adam's doing here is he calls this baling the material, because he's moving it from this side towards that side where he's going to pile it up. So to do that, he has to remove it, pile it, and then push that pile backwards in that direction. So there's the new pad area. Looks fantastic. Level, cleaned off. Adam's just taking a quick break, but he's getting ready for the final push. He's got most of the gravel spread out. The pad area is completely covered, as well as some additional areas around the edges. And what he's going to do right now is clean up this area for me in here because it's kind of rough and the water doesn't drain in the right direction. So he's going to level this out, drag some of the gravel from here, because there's a bit of a ridge there, down into this area. Use obviously some of the gravel he has left over, but then also create a swale so that the water will run over and down in this way, down the side of the building. It's looking really good and getting me ready for an easy process to putting the building in place. That is so much more level than the previous location. So much more level. That is quite a transformation in 3.5 hours. Adam's going back and forth over the gravel, to compact it and to see where it may be a little bit out of level. That is going to be so much easier to build on than the other pad. And as a reminder, that's the other pad area, which is fantastic for the mill setup. But again, I just want to remind you, the main reason for switching locations, you see how high the bedrock is here in this corner? And if I drag the building more this way, it just got in the way of the driveway, which I'm standing in. So the best solution really was to flip it over and put the building in there. It's going to make it so much easier. And there's the after, everyone. You can hear Adam's excavator beeping in the background as he loads it on his trailer. But there it is. That's pretty darn good. That's a great starting point. It's level. It'll be much easier to work with. And now I'm going to crack on in the coming weeks with getting the piers in place. I've got, I think, 20 piers I need to get established. And once I have the piers in, probably going to need more gravel, or go ahead with putting the walls and the roof up, and then bring in the cement, the concrete afterwards. The 4 orange cones you see in this photo represent the corners of the future shop. Again, 32 by 48, a good size. And if all goes well, hopefully I'll have the main frame up by September. Please remember to subscribe, share, and like, and see you at the next video.